Okay, give me a second. Okay, now okay. Okay, great. Okay, actually, the purpose of learning this industrial chemistry. The industrial chemistry, we are discussing chemical related industries in this lesson. Chemical related industries. Okay, what's the purpose of learning industrial chemistry? I have to make a current. As a technology student, what is the purpose of learning industrial chemistry? What do you think? Any idea? Do you? I think you have idea what is the main challenge and what's the main challenge and what is the main efficiency in this period with this war condition. You think what is the main challenge for world for every country, even in Sri Lanka? What is the main challenge? But the main challenge in this period, Dihini? What's the main challenge for world this time? What's the main challenge? Entire world? What? Even in America? America out of power. Yeah, fuel crisis. Fuel mean energy, guys. The fuel mean energy. The energy crisis is the main problem. As a Sri Lankan like island, we are very small island, and we don't have natural fuel resources. Still, we don't have. In future, some observations they have found some evidence, but they are not confirmed yet. In Trincomalee, the investigators have done experiment and they have found some signs. They are not confirmed yet. Some signs available fuel and crude oil and fossil fuel, but they are not confirmed. However, as Sri Lanka like developing country, the extraction and purification process, it is not practical. We can't spend more money. They are very expensive and highly technological process. Separate karagena, then the purification and production process, the process is highly expensive and very complex. As a Sri Lankan type island, we don't mind. In future, we can say in current situation, as a very, we are very basic country. Economically, we are very basic comparing with other countries, other fuel available countries. Now, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Russia. Comparing, we are very small and very economically very basic country. Therefore, the extraction, purification, that's very advanced things. Okay, that's why actually this is a very interesting lesson. Okay, we are discussing about current situations in the world. Actually, that's the purpose of learning this lesson. In this lesson, we are mainly for fuel efficiency or energy efficiency. We are looking to forward renewable energy sources. Renewable energy side. As a Sri Lankan type country, this is an actual thing we can overcome in future. As a Sri Lankan, we have entire day, 365 days, we have sunlight. Without the dry zone area, some areas of Sri Lanka, they every day sunlight. And good wind sources. As Sri Lanka, they have 2 wind sources, right? Think this is the Sri Lanka. Think this is the shape of Sri Lanka. Now, that we call that southeast monsoon and southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon. This is not the southwest. Southwest monsoon. Northeast monsoon. Northeast monsoon. We have two wind sources, and entire day we have sunlight, and we have a lot of plants. We have forest and lot of plant resources, and we have what else? We have a lot of natural resources. No, if we don't have fossil fuels, we have a lot of natural resources. What else we have? We have in around the world, around the country, we have large sea area, economical area. No, we have large sea area. Okay, they are the resources we can use to produce energy. Actually, solar energy, wind energy, and we have lot of waterfalls. No? අපිට තරම් මොනවත් resources නැහැ වෙන country. We have, I can't remember the number of rivers. We have many number of rivers and lot of waterfalls. Then every resources we have for renewable energy production. No? We have wind, we have sunlight. Normally, Sri Lanka is a tropical country. Tropical country means it is very close to the equator. No? Samakya. Very close. That's why we call it as a tropical country. Tropical country. Since we have sunlight every day. And we have two wind resources to produce wind energy. We have a lot of waterfalls to produce hydro energy. We have what else? We have every day we have sunlight for produce solar energy. What else? We have Sri Lanka is island, therefore around the country huge sea area, therefore the sea wave energy. The sea waves has energy, kinetic energy. That kinetic energy also we can convert into energy. Normal electricity and whatever energy production we can convert. We have a lot of natural resources. We are going to find solution for current problems. As a technology students, we are going to find solutions for nowadays problems. Actually, that's the purpose of this lesson. Okay, now in not only Sri Lanka, in the world, lot of crises now. No? And now crisis. The main one is the energy crisis. The energy is a problem, not fuel actually. The energy is a problem. As example, if we have, okay, wait. Before that, I will explain how about electricity production in Sri Lanka. Normally, do you know how many percentage of electricity produced using renewable sources in Sri Lanka? Renewable sources mean hydropower plants. What do you think? Hydropower plants. How many percentage of electricity production from total demand? Think total demand 100. Total demand 100. How many percentage of hydropower? What do you think? Using waterfalls. Victoria, Kotmale. How many percentage? Do you know? Yeah, approximately 40 years. That's approximately 40%. Then if you got solar energy, nowadays solar energy production little bit greater than previous, but it is approximately 4 to 5%. 4 to 5%. The wind energy production in Sri Lanka, it is very low. I think it is 1%, less than 1%. Okay, overall, the renewable energy production in Sri Lanka 46 or 45, 46%. No. Then how we fulfill other requirements with the remaining requirement? How to fulfill the remaining requirement? By thermal energy plants. Thermal energy plant means we have to burn petrol. Sorry, not petrol. We are mainly depend on diesel and naphtha. Diesel and naphtha. Both petroleum productions. Both petroleum production. Okay, that's the main issue, actually. That's the main issue. Then do you know, due to any whatever natural disaster, whatever economical crisis, if we can't, as a Sri Lanka, if we can't buy petroleum, if we can't buy අපිට ගෙන්න ගන්න බැරි වුණා petroleum, what do you think? How many hours per day you can have electricity? කොච්චර time එකක් electricity තියෙයිද? Approximate 10 hours. 10 hours only. අපි full day එකක් ගත්තාම among 24 hours, only 10 hours can supply by these natural resources without thermal power plants. Without thermal power plants. I got without thermal power 10 hours of only using hydropower and solar power. That's the main challenges Sri Lanka in future. Okay, that's why as technology students, you should have a current idea. Then you can find solutions. You can find easy solutions. Have you got some idea? Okay, the other nowadays Sri Lanka main challenges and entire world also nowadays a challenging thing. Okay, understood? Any doubt? Any doubt? Yes. I think you got some idea about the current situation of the world and Sri Lanka. Hi. Now, in industrial chemistry lesson, our target find solution for this type of particular questions and challenges. Okay. And as according to the Sri Lankan condition, what are the possible industries we can start? Chemical industries start in Sri Lanka. What are the possible? We are going to learn about possible chemical industries and possible chemical industries for Sri Lankan condition and how to start and maintain this type business and industry. How to start and how to maintain this type industry. Okay. Okay. Industrial chemistry. Industrial chemistry. In industrial chemistry lesson, we are discussing 5 main industries. 5 main industries. Actually, all these industries are now not actually nowadays. Actually, in this current situation, they are challenges for world. They are challenges for world. Okay, they are the productions. In industrial chemistry lesson, the first one is the soap production. Soap production. Our first production of industrial chemistry lesson, the soap production. The soap production is the first one. The second one is the biodiesel production. The biodiesel is a renewable energy source that we can use to solve these questions, to solve these current problems in the world, right? The biodiesel production. Biodiesel is a renewable energy source. Biodiesel production. Biodiesel production. The biodiesel is a chemical product. Chemical product, not like solar energy, wind energy. It's a chemical energy converted into electricity and diesel. chemical energy convert into diesel. Sorry, chemical energy convert into heat energy, thermal energy by burning biodiesel. Okay, biodiesel production, soap production. Okay, they are the main products. The third one, paint production. Paint production. Paint production. Paint also possible industry, chemical industry for Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan culture. Soap also possible. They are very simple industries. Normally, as in Sri Lankan condition, with our economy, we can't start very large and very advanced industrial companies, industries, because we are a developing country and our economic level is not still there. Our economic level not still strong. Therefore, we can only start possible industries in Sri Lanka. That's why you learn about soap production, biodiesel production, paint production. Our fourth one, fertilizer production. Fertilizer. Fertilizer production. Fertilizer production. Fertilizer also. Do you remember due to the economic crisis period? In the economic crisis period, 2022. Do you remember 2022? Due to this economic crisis. Economic crisis කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Economic crisis mean we don't have dollar. We don't have dollar collection from buy fossil fuels. That's economic crisis. අපිට dollars නැහැ. මොනව ගන්නද? Fossil fuels, petroleum ගන්න. Petroleum and fertilizer. To import fertilizer and petroleum fuel, we don't have dollars. We don't have dollars. අපිට dollars නැහැ. Then what are the problems come to our country in 2022? What are the problems? Okay. Another. The first one, fuel crisis. No, fuel crisis for vehicles. Fuel efficiency. Yeah. The first one, fuel. The second one, power cut. That's related. The fuel. Fuel was a problem. The second one, power cut. It is related to power cut. How it is coming power cut due to low electricity production. Don't have fossil fuel. Only work renewable sources. Then I told we can only supply 10 to 11 hours. It was a half day. We have a power cut. I'm explaining if we don't have fossil fuel. අපිට fossil fuels නැති වුණොත් හරිද? If we don't have fossil fuel. Okay. Fuel crisis එක කොහොමද වෙනවා? We have a power cut. 10 to 12 hour power cut. As well as if we don't have money, the fertilizer also will be a challenge, because lot of fertilizer, more than 60% of fertilizers now still import to Sri Lanka. It's importing, not producing in Sri Lanka. The problem, we don't have chemical industries to produce chemical. Sorry, we don't have chemical industries to produce chemical fertilizers for according to the demand. A demand එකට හරියන්න supply කරගන්න අපේ we don't have sufficient chemical industries. Okay, they are the main issues. The fertilizer was problem, no? Okay, they are the main issues came 2022. Okay, that's why it's a very, I think you can remember it was very tackling period, 2022 to 2023. Okay, that's why in industry commercialization, we are going to focus into fertilizer production as well. Fertilizer production. Okay, our final production, paper production. Paper production. Paper production. The paper production also same. Lot of type of papers, high quality papers now still in Sri Lanka, we are importing. The reason, according to the demand, we don't have production companies, production industries. We don't have production industries. That's why we have to import. The crisis another issue was we don't have enough papers. Books I think you can remember. May occur issues summer 2022 due to economic crisis. The paper was problem, fertilizer was problem, fuel. Do you remember? Yes or no? Matakai the 2022? Sarmia? Don't remember? Matakane? Joel? You remember? Hi. Hi. Okay, they are the main productions we are discussing in industrial chemistry lesson. Industrial chemistry lesson. Okay, before start this in the lesson, I will explain how to produce a soap sample in your home. Make a mama කියලා දෙනවා. I will explain. You only need coconut oil and caustic soda. Caustic soda. It's a very simple production process. Very simple production process. And if you can find methanol is a little bit toxic chemical. I will try to find it. If we can find methanol, we can produce biodiesels as well in your home. Biodiesels hadara balan pula. Paint production little bit complicated. Fertilizer production, paint production, they need more manufacturing process. එකට factory එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ ඒවට. හරි. Okay. That's the background of the lesson. And that's the reason to learn this lesson as a technology students. And they are the industries we are discussing as solution for these challenges. I got very clear, Fatima? Understood up to now? Then up to now, okay? Actually, this is not the lesson, this is the background of only I explained. As technology student, why we need to learn this lesson? It's a very practical and very interesting lesson. Tanya, I got up now. Rangal. Hi. Okay, let's move into our lesson. Okay, actually, this is the starting point of the lesson. Hi. Please find your note. I'll pause the original note, the printed note before start production part. Today we are going to start the introduction lesson. Okay, therefore you can manage with PDF. Okay, give me a second. Hi. Okay, this is the tip. The industrial processes related to various chemical industries. Various chemical industries. Various chemical industries. The industrial process related to production of various chemical industries. Okay, before start chemical industrial part each and every industries, we should learn about chemical industries. What's the definition of chemical industries? And what are the requirements to start chemical industries? Okay, they are very important. Okay, we are going to start the background of the industrial chemistry lesson. Okay, background means actual basic things. Sorry. Give me a second, I will open the PDF version. I can't write on this. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Before discussed chemical industries, we are going to discuss what are the requirements to start chemical industries. Okay, the requirements, the main requirement to start and maintain a chemical manufacturing industry, we have 5 main requirements, 5 main factors. These 5 factors in common name we called as 5M concept. 5M concept. 5M concept කියලා අපි කියන්නේ. The 5M concept refers to the key resources required for a manufacturing process. Actually, it is for start the manufacturing process and start and maintain. Start and maintain. We need 5 main requirements, 5 main factors that we called as 5M concept. Okay, what are the 5M concept? What are the factors of 5M concept? The first one, very important one, is the money. Money. The second one is the manpower, human resources. The third one is a machine. The third one is a machine. The fourth one is a material. Fourth one, what? Material. Final one, method. It has 5M concept. 5M concept. 5M concept. Hi, Q. Please remember that is very important. Money, manpower, material, method, machines. Make a all 5 factors. All factors starting from M. That's why we call as 5M factors. What are the main requirements to start and maintain a chemical industry? 5 factors, 5 requirements. that we called as 5M concept. What are the factors of 5M concept? Yeah. Money, manpower, method, machine, material. Money, manpower, method, material, machine. Money, manpower, material, method, machine. Okay, do you remember 5M concept? Okay, what do you think? We have 5 main factors. Among them, what is the most important factor? What do you think? මේ පහෙන් මොකද්ද very important one? Most important factor. Remember, the most important factor of this 5M concept is manpower. Manpower. Actually, the manpower is the most important factor. The human life. Human life is the main thing. Main thing. Manpower is the main important factor. Why? Why we consider manpower is the most important factor among them? What's the reason? Because do you know in normal industries there is a department, separate and very important department, human resource management, HR department. What's the purpose? To maintain the manpower. To maintain the manpower. That's the main department of any industry. To maintain manpower. Why? To collect all resources and the industrial chemistry maintaining by actually the manpower. Other factors, money, machines, methods, and materials are helping factors, right? Other factors are helping. Collecting all requirements, the industry maintain and industry going forward due to the manpower, right? I got here importance of manpower. Among these factors, the most important is human resources. That means manpowers. Human efforts play a vital role throughout the entire production process. Therefore, human resource management is very, very important, essential. Understood? Tirna? If you have any doubt, please ask. This is very simple and very interesting lesson. Hi. Effective human resource management. If we manage human resources effectively, we can get good output, right? Ensure that all resources are utilized effectively. Yes, money, method, machines, all utilize effectively if we manage well these manpower, human resources. We can effectively get the maximum output if we perfectly manage human resources. Understood? Up to now, understood? The next one, Sarmia, understood? If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay. Okay, let's see remain factors. I told the main and very important essential factor is the manpower. That is very important to manage other resources and to drive the industry for sustainable way. Sustainable output. Okay, the next one is money. The next factor is money. The second requirement. The second main requirement is money. The money is a basic requirement that is very important to start as a for get requirement to get required sources. Starting cost, investment, and to maintain the business. Think you're going to start a business, you have money only for start. If you don't have money to maintain and drive it forward, you can to continue your business. If you don't have enough money, you can't maintain, then your business will be lost. If you can't pay salary for labors, and if you can't get raw materials continuously, your business will be lost. That actually the industrial production process, it's a type of business. It's normal business, always looking for profit. Then you should have money to start and maintain at the initial level. When it is generate profit, you can manage this. Okay, you should have money to start and maintain a business. Api start karla, maintain karganda, money is the all. Salary and all. As it is the common medium for all transactions. That's wrong. Okay, manpower. Manpower we discussed, that was the main resources, human resource. Then we can manage all other factors with proper human resource management. Understood? Right. 2 factors done. Machines. Okay, what is the purpose of using machines in industry? To increase efficiency, right? To increase efficiency. We can increase the efficiency. We can increase the efficiency of the production process using machines according to the manpower, requirement to the manpower. We can use machines as helping materials to increase the production speed. Then we can increase the efficiency of the production process. We can increase the efficiency of the production process using machines. Using machines, we can increase the efficiency. Then the manpower is a main factor that is very important to what? To collect other resources and start and maintain business. Human resources is a main factor, manpower. The second one is money. To start and maintain the business, money very important. You should have enough money to start and maintain a business. Okay, that's the second requirement. Third one, machines. What's the purpose of using machines in chemical industries? To increase the efficiency of the production process. 3 factors done. You have remember. Okay, for this lesson, better to prepare a short note during the class. If you can prepare a very short note, easily you can remember this point. Then make a good up. You have a lot of things in your note, but you can prepare into very small book or very small paper. Then it will be very important for your exam, final days. Okay, method. Okay, the 4th factor is a method. Okay, normally chemical manufacturing process, we can have more than one options. We can have more than one methods, different types of methods to A convert into B, whatever chemical to convert into B product. We have several methods. No? We have several methods. Methods A, B. Okay, first of all, as human resource, as the owner, as an industry owner, you have to find all methods first. ඔක්කොම methods හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. Then you can, according to your business, your industry environment, according to the industry production, you have to select what is the best for, and according to you used raw materials, you have to choose the best method among your list of methods. That's a perfect method. I got. Now you are the business owner, you are the industry owner. වගේ තමයි industry එක. හරි, you have industry. Now you are going to select suitable method for your production process. Your first thing, using internet and whatever media, first of all you have to find what are the possible opportunities, what are the possible methods to convert your chemical raw material into final product. Okay, now you have list of methods in the world using methods. Then you can, according to your environment, your raw material type, raw material quality, and labor availability, machines availability, you can find more suitable methods among your methods. You can choose. Okay, that's a base method collection. Since multiple methods may exist for a process, selecting most suitable method is crucial for efficiency and quality. Okay, that's a method. 5S concept can be applied to improve and maintain these methods. Yes. Do you know what is the 5S concept? Do you know what is the 5S concept? 5S concept done what? Do you know? Do you know 5S concept? Five S concept. Do you know? I know the 5S concept. It's a Japanese concept. The 5S is a Japanese concept. Seiri, Seiton, Seiketsu. Right. That's a homework. You have to find about 5S concept. That's homework. That's for extra knowledge. You have to find about 5S concept and how we use 5S concept to select suitable method. That's a homework. That's a homework. Find about 5S concept. Find about 5S concept. And how it's used for the 5S concept, how used for select suitable method. Method selection method. The final factor, material. Okay, when you select material as business owner, as industry owner, if you need to start chemical industry, first of all, you have to be more careful about the quality of raw material. You are selecting quality. very important to your final product. Final product. If you got low quality product, what happened? Low quality raw material produce more impurities. Impurities mean byproducts. Make me vachratika family impurities. Impurities mean actually byproducts. Byproduct mean think I am going to produce the A and B reaction. I want to produce C. Now A and B reaction, I want to produce AB2 or whatever new chemical, new product. But additionally, it's producing C as a byproduct, unnecessary product. Okay, that's what we call as impurity or byproduct. Okay, that's actually waste state. No, our requirement was to produce AB2, but C additional producing. Okay, if you use low quality raw materials with impurities, what happen? It will be affect to your final profit because it's producing different impurity materials, impurity materials, unnecessary byproducts. Then what happened? Unnecessary byproducts, it's wasting your money because the C also producing using your raw materials. Other thing for C production also use your raw material. The raw material is money. Then it will be lost part of your profit, right? Okay, therefore select quality and high purity raw material. High purity of raw material with very low amount of impurities. It is very, very important. Understood? Well, the purity or the high quality of the raw materials very important. The next thing, the availability of your raw materials. Now, as example, think you are going to select whatever chemical industry using special type of soil in as raw materials. So, red color soil in Sri Lanka. Anywhere you can select red color soil, and the red soil is for your as a raw materials. Now, for first 2 months, you found drone or whatever area you can find these raw materials. 2 months, you got 2 months, and without any problem, you drive your industry. But after 2 months, your the soil resource was over. Then what happened? You have to find another drone or another supplier. If not, you have to change the entire business. You have to change the entire production system. It will be another lost. Okay, therefore, you have to be careful about the wide availability. If you start your business for 20 years, entire this period, you should have ability to get raw materials. If not, how you can continue? Okay, therefore wide availability and the available quantity is very important. Understood? A quantity again, ganda the continuous supply of the end. Let's summarize now. Now you can create a short note. I'll give you 1 minute or 2 minutes to complete your short notes. Before that, let's summarize it. Okay, first I explain what are the main requirements to start and maintain chemical industries. These requirements we can divide into 5 factors that we call as 5M concept. What are the 5M concepts? Money, manpower, method, machine, and material. The most important one, human resource, that means manpower, because all collect all resources and drive industry into sustainable and sustainable to a profit, drive towards the profit by human resource. That's a human resource. Manpower management, very, very important. The second one, money. To start and maintain, you should have sufficient money. Third one, method. We have multiple methods. You have to select the suitable method using 5S concept or whatever concept, brainstorming theory, ever good up, whatever method you can select, most suitable method. Okay, fourth one, machines we can use to increase the efficiency of the production process. The final one, material. The material, when we select material, the purity and the quality is very important, as well as the continuous accessibility, very, very important. Send me message. Are you okay up to now? Again, you don't have time to revise this. Tanya, Dini, remember. Fatima, Samia, Joel, Amina, remember. Okay, I will give you 1 or 1.5 minutes. Can you draw a chart, or can you, in your separate paper, can you draw very short note for this 5M concept? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Short note. Okay, they are the main requirements. Okay, let's move into next part. Okay, this is a very important part. If you select natural raw material, if you select natural raw materials as example, same as the soil example. Now the soil is a natural resources. If not, you are going to use natural water or whatever. Think you are going to start whatever apigamo simple production process, soap production. In the soap production for no biodiesel production. In biodiesel production, the washing process, the biodiesel we washing by using water. Okay, biodiesel washing by water. Okay, as raw materials, you need natural water only for washing process. I will explain how to use this washing process, how to wash these biodiesels. Normally, biodiesel is not dissolving in water. Biodiesel is a non-polar solvent. Water is polar solvent, therefore not dissolving. Therefore, we can wash biodiesel using water without any issue. Okay, think you need natural water as raw materials for your production. Then what you need to consider while selecting a natural material, the white availability, I already explained. The white availability, according to requirement, you should have ability to supply that. According to requirement. High purity, that you already explained. And easy accessibility, that means transport cost and transport medium. Easy to access to your resources. Think this soil example, you have whatever particular soil after 2 months, your resource was over. And the 2 months resource then what happened? You have another source, soil source, or area but it don't have any transport facilities. Then can you use this? Yeah, you have to find optional transport methods. Or cable transport. Oh, it's another cost. Okay, therefore they are the main factors. Main factors, if you use natural resources, they are the factors need to be considered when you select natural resources. Wide availability, easy accessibility, and higher purity. Okay, they are the examples of chemical industry. Chemical industry. What are the chemical industry? The ammonia production. The ammonia production, very important for fertilizer, nitrogen related fertilizer production. You can nitrogen in a fertilizer production world use this ammonia production. Ammonia production. They are not Sri Lankan chemical industries. Normally, this sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid production, no any acid production industry in Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, don't have any acid production industries. They are the main industrial chemistries, chemical industries in the world, main chemical industries. But in Sri Lanka, don't have these industries. Ammonia production, we have a very small level of ammonium production for fertilizer, but huge amount of nitrogen fertilizer, urea, exporting. Sorry, not export, importing to Sri Lanka. But they are not more popular in Sri Lanka according to requirement. It is this ammonia production, it is producing in very low amount, 5 to 6% producing. The remainder is import to Sri Lanka. But the ammonia production, what is the requirement that is important to produce fertilizer? It's fertilizer. Caustic soda production. Caustic soda important to soap production. Soap production. Below I have given sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, all acid, no any acid production industry in Sri Lanka. Therefore, we have a lot of problems due to this. We have to import acid, all type of acid we have to import. Acid import we have a lot of problems. In the middle of lesson I will explain. Okay, now I have given full idea about what is a chemical manufacturing industry. What do you think? What is the definition of chemical manufacturing industry? Do you have any idea? What is the definition? The chemical manufacturing industry. What's the definition? What's the definition of chemical manufacturing industry? This is the definition. The chemical manufacturing industry. The chemical manufacturing process is defined as a large scale process. Yes, it is a large scale process. Normally, chemical industries, acid production industry, it's very advanced chemical industries. This type chemical industry, doing in medium and scale level, it is very profit එකක් නෑ ඇත්තටම. It's lost. That's a problem in Sri Lanka. I mean, this type advanced chemical industries we can't produce in small scale. We have to maintain everything. We have to maintain the atmosphere around the environment, and we have to control the conditions in the industry. අපිට ඕනේ advanced technologies for produce acid type industry. I got. Therefore, it's a large scale process, not medium or small level, small scale. I got there not. It's a large scale process. Abhi okko manage karando. Okay, the chemical manufacturing industry is a large scale process in which new compounds are producing. That's the second point. If any question asks what is the meaning of chemical manufacturing process, you have to inform these factors. The chemical manufacturing process is a large scale process in which new compounds are producing. New compounds are producing mean A and B reacting. It's producing A, B, two type, another product. New product. It's totally different. It's characteristic totally different from reactants that we discussed in the kinetic chemistry lesson, no? It's totally different from reactants. Product totally different. It's a new product. Okay, therefore, the chemical manufacturing industry is a large-scale process. It's a large-scale process which is in produce new product using raw materials and energy. Energy also doing crucial role in chemical manufacturing industry. Alright. Now tell me what is the definition? Short note take liyaga. The chemical manufacturing process is a large-scale process in which new compounds are producing. It's producing new compounds using raw materials and energy. Raw materials and energy. Are you good? Why we call it's a large-scale process? Because if you start chemical industry, you have to maintain everything. The conditions, the required conditions in the industry, then waste management and wastewater management, wastewater and waste sorry. How we send to environment, discharge, sorry. How we discharge this waste and wastewater into environment, and how to control environment condition in surrounding. Okay, then what is the required area? Normally after chemical industry, when we start chemical industry, we need to select suitable area with very low population. With very low population, because if any particle released to environment, it's a huge toxic to related neighbors. Related neighbors, nearby neighbors. Again, මේ වගේ town areas, we can start chemical industries. No, it's high populate. Therefore, it's not a very difficult waste management. For waste management and control other all factors, we have select suitable area with low population, with low number of houses, and we have to completely separate, and the discharge waste and wastewater you have to maintain very carefully. Otherwise, your license will be cancelled. For start chemical industry, you have to get license, environment protective license, IPA. Sorry, EPL. Cricket match. EPL. Environment protective license, protection license. That's provided by CEA, Central Environment Authority. CEA. Hi. Then do you remember the definition? The chemical manufacturing process is a large-scale process in which new compounds are producing using raw materials and energy. Matakai? Okay, tell me one time. The chemical manufacturing process is a large-scale production process using new materials, new product using raw materials and energy. මතකයිද? දැන් මතක තියාගන්න. වෙලා Joel, do you remember? Again, the chemical manufacturing process is a large-scale production process in which new products producing using raw materials and energy. You have full marks. Okay. Okay. The next point, the chemical reactions involved in producing substances such as ammonia, caustic soda, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid clearly show the chemical change is a key characteristic of this process. That's very important. Not like normal industry, the main characteristic that already I have explained previous, it has a chemical changes. Okay, it has a clear chemical change. The product is totally different from reactant characteristics. No, the product totally, it has a chemical conversion when producing product. That's why we called as in chemical manufacturing process, large scale products that producing new compounds, new products using materials and energy. Okay, ammonia production I have given again for agriculture, fertilizer production, caustic soda soap production, sulfuric acid. What's the purpose of sulfuric acid? Sulfuric acid as battery acid. As well as for fertilizer production also very important. Nitric acid, fertilizer production, nitrogen related fertilizer. Petroleum industry produce fuels and basic organic compounds such as benzene, toluene and propane. They are the chemical industries. Okay. I got up to now. Okay, we are going to start our new section now. Give me a second. Okay, please revise up to now. Things we discussed up to now. Definitions, factors, importance. Okay. Okay, the first part is completed. What we discussed factors need to consider while start a chemical industry. That's a 5M concept. Next, we discussed different types of chemical industries, examples, and the definition of the chemical industry. The chemical industry is a large scale process which is produce new product, new compounds using raw materials and energy. එහෙම මතක තියාගන්න. The next thing, the most important thing, the safety precautions. The safety precautions. Because these sometimes some not only some, all chemical industries are environmentally and human effective. It has effects. It has adverse effect actually. To reduce these adverse effects, the chemical compounds, we can follow these steps. Okay, proper storage and handling. Okay, the first thing, we can use proper storage and handling. We can maintain the condition of the storage house. We can maintain the handling all. We can use gloves. We can use required safety clothes, safety wear, and safety shoes. Okay, we can cover our eyes and nose. We can use face masks. Okay, we can use safety procedures to storing and handling chemicals. Okay, then we can avoid adverse effect. The second one is the use of MSDS. Do you know what's the meaning of the MSDS of chemical? MSDS, that was exam question. What is the name of this MSDS? And what is the purpose of that? MSDS means actually material safety data sheet. Material safety data sheet. Okay, now example, you are going to start, as example, you are going to start soap production industry. Sabang hadana company soap manufacturing industry. Okay, for soap production, you need coconut oil. Coconut oil is special. You can use waste coconut oil or whatever. coconut oil you can find as a raw material. As second raw material, you need caustic soda. Caustic soda means sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Okay, I will show you. But only sodium hydroxide gun. To get sodium hydroxide, see, now you are going to order sodium hydroxide by whatever supply. How to have supply can order. Okay, before send this sodium hydroxide or with the chemical එකේ වද්දි මේවන නැත්නම් කලින් මේවනවා. This MSDS sheet, material safety data sheet. Okay, this is a actual material safety data sheet. Okay, I will show you. Okay, that's a material safety data sheet. Okay. Okay, it's given the company name in the letterhead and safety data sheet. Safety data sheet. Name of the chemical given above, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is caustic soda. They given the trade name sodium hydroxide, common name sodium hydroxide, synonyms caustic soda or different names. How do they have the company name, address, ownership, everything given. The registration number, everything given. The contact person, contact details already given in the material safety data sheet. And the chemical name, it's a liquid form. Yes, sodium hydroxide is a liquid, caustic soda. Okay, hazard identification. See, hazard identification, possible hazards using sodium hydroxide. Remember, make a hammer the material. Remember, very important. Eh? Okay, I'm explaining. Actually, this lesson I'm explaining for not only for exam. I hope at least one of students in future, if anyone going to these fields, after your university or after your education, if you're going to do something for your country, if you're start business, I'm going to explain the actual thing. In Sri Lanka, the actual procedures for soap production, I will give you maximum practical idea, very simple way. In biodiesel also same, fertilizer production also same. Okay, therefore this industry chemistry question you can very easily score full marks. Full marks. Now your target should be science for technology to get more than 75. If you can get 75 marks, now keep your target to get more than 75. More than 75. It will be very strong bonus for your Z value and your rank. In the second part, it is given possible hazards, skin corrosion. Skin corrosion, that means it is toxic to our skin. Meaning causes serves skin burns. Skin burn pitch. And eye damage, if it is contact with eye, it's a damage, eye damage. Serious eye damage. It's a serious eye damage. Hazard, if it is mixed with aquatic life, that means if it is pond-එකකට වගේ වැටෙනවා, it is harmful to aquatic life. It's a toxic to aquatic life. Okay, this is a hazard picture diagram. It's skin, it's burning, and if any material also, it's burning if it is directly mixed. Maybe the word of signal, it is danger. It's danger. I will show you actual color of this. You can change color. Okay, this is the sign. Danger. It's burning. It's burning. Hazard statement. Okay, I'll change again color. Okay, hazard statement causes severe skin burns and eye damage, harmful to aquatic life. Okay, again given hazardous material. Okay, these are the precaution statements. Precaution statement. Well, don't breathe or vapors. Wash, expose skin truly after handling. After handling, truly for sure, thoroughly wash your hands and the other contacting spaces. Avoid release to the environment. Water eye protection. Wear eye protection. Wear eye protection. Then we can avoid contact. Face protection, face masks. Protective clothing. We can use safety clothes, safety wear. Protective gloves. Hurry. If on skin or hair, if it is contact with skin, take off immediately all contaminated clothing. You can ඇඟට වැටෙනවා අපි ඉක්මනට ඇඳුම් ගලවලා අයින් කරන්න. We have to remove all clothing. Rinse skin with water. ටකල වතුරකට පහින්න කියලා කියන්නේ. If inhaled, if it is inhaled, remove person to fresh air and keep comfortable for breathing. Okay, they all hazardous. Hurry. I think now you have idea what's the meaning of MSDS. That's a material safety data sheet, all handling and storage and everything about this chemical given this and safety precautions and hazard precaution, hazard statement, everything. The chemical name and supplier details, everything given in this MSDS material safety data sheet. Immediately call a doctor. Wash contaminated clothing before reuse. Store lock up. Dispose or contain comply with the applicable regulation. It was can dispose කරන්න කියලා contact වෙච්ච එක. ඒ කියන්නේ damage වෙච්ච එක. Okay, that's a structural formula. Sodium hydroxide. This is a structural formula. And everything about the chemical given. Okay, they are the first aid measures. Section 4, first aid measures. You can download any number of MSDH sheet in different suppliers and you can read. Sodium hydroxide, you can find another chemical MSDH sheet and check. Okay, do you have any issue? Do you have any doubt about MSDS sheets? Handling and storage? Everything is given. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt? No doubt. Everyone understood? Everyone? Good. Tarmia? Hari. Now, do you need to remember all parts given in this MSDS? No. You don't need to remember everything. You only need to remember these available sections. If it is expose control and personal protection details, okay, use eye protections, safety gloves, and face masks, gloves, safety wear, safety gloves, and safety shoes. Okay, they are the protection. Everything given. See, 9 physical and chemical properties. Chemical property table. Stability and reactivity. Everything given. Okay, that's why toxicological information. Okay, that's a MSDS sheet. Okay, 35 page. 35 page. Okay, just like a small booklet. Normally, when you buy chemical, whatever supplier, you will have a MSDS sheet as well with your chemical. Then while handling and storage and whatever usage, always you have to refer this MSDS sheet according to the recommendation. You have to follow everything. If not, it is dangerous thing. Understood? Always you have to follow. If you handle or storage or use whatever purpose, you have to always follow this MSDS recommendation. MSDS recommendation only. Very good. 2 factors. Quality control of raw material. Yeah, that we already discussed. Check the composition of raw material. If it's contain a lot of impurities, it produces huge byproduct numbers. It is effective product profit actually. Regulator test okay. Correct mixing procedures. That one also depend according to the information given in MSDS. Control of reaction conditions. That's very important. Very important. If we need to avoid adverse effect, we have to control the conditions of the production process. Normally that we call the container we can use to production of any chemical that we call as reaction chamber. Reaction chamber. This is a sealed container. Okay, inside this container we have to maintain temperature, pressure mainly. Okay, these factors you have to monitor. You have to monitor. Monitor කරන්න බැරි වුණොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? That can be blast due to නැත්නම් ගිනි ගන්න පුළුවන්. Burning. No? Add the reactant gradually and control temperature inside the reaction and pressure. Everything we have to monitor. Then we can avoid impact, harmful impacts. Storage and handling according to a recommendation. Second one, use always MSDS material safety data sheet. Third one, maintain the quality of raw material. Maintain the quality of raw material. The fourth one, mixing procedure. Mixing procedure. The fifth one, control the reaction condition. Otherwise, it will be danger. Sixth one, use of chemical reactors. Use of chemical reactors. That's why I told always the chemical reaction take place in a reaction chamber. Reaction chamber. The reaction chamber is already designed for a particular reaction. That's a container that's designed to whatever reaction according to the requirements. The industry to industry, the reaction chamber shapes, their parts can be changed according to the requirement. That's designed according to the requirement. Understood? We can reaction chamber soap production, biodiesel production, paint production, fertilizer production. No, all reaction chamber using. Right? Reaction to reaction, the chamber is varied. And we have to maintain the safety of the chamber, efficiency, production speed, and control reaction conditions. Fine. Now we are moving to chemical reaction chamber. To avoid harmful impact of chemical industries, what are the options we can follow? We can use material safety data sheets always and use handling and use material safety data sheet always. The second one, use proper handling and storage qualities. And third one, maintain the purity of raw material. Fourth one, what's the fourth one? Maintain the proper mixing ratio. Mixing ratio. Fifth one, but maintain the quality of the reaction chamber. Final one, select suitable reaction chamber according to the reaction quality, reaction purpose. Matakai, send me a message if you can remember. Mataka the end the Dini, Matakai, remember. Salmia, Amina, do you remember? Remember? Tanya? හරි දැන් මම මතක තියාගන්න. Don't take time later. දිහිනි Fatima Kabir Joel remember right? Okay. Okay. Now our third part for today. Third section of the basic parts. Okay, chemical reaction chamber. Chemical reaction chamber. Okay. Now what we discussed up now, let's revise first. මතක් කරගමු. මොනවද කරේ? 5M concept. They are the main requirements and requirement to start and maintain a business. මතකයි? The next we discussed about what? 5M concept. What's next? The definition of chemical industries and examples. What is the definition? The large scale production process. It's a large scale production process which is produce new product using raw materials and energy. Next. What are the factors need to consider to avoid adverse effect of chemical industry? What are the factors? What are the factors? First one, use proper storage and handling recommendation. Second one, they are not mathematics. There is a full theory. Then you have remember The second one, use MSDS for all handling purpose. Third one, third one, use proper mixing ratios. Use proper mixing methods. Fourth one, maintain conditions inside the container production process. Final one, design a use a suitable reaction chamber for manufacturing process. ඔන්න ඔය ටික තමයි කරන්න ඕන. මතකයි? හරි. ඔය විදියට මතක තිබ්බනම් ඇති. හරි. Now the final topic for today, the reaction chamber. What's the meaning of chemical reaction chamber? The chemical reaction chamber is a simple, it's a container that's a place where the chemical reaction is take place. It's a chemical reaction chamber. See, a chemical reaction chamber is a vessel or container used to carry out the chemical reaction. Okay. Under control condition in industrial process. That's the definition. Remember the definition? The chemical reaction chamber. Chamber it's a container or vessel that's used to take place a chemical reaction in control condition. Control condition, very important. Take place a reaction in control condition. Under control condition. That's very important. That's why we can't use normal container. අපිට beaker එකක් ඇතුලේ chemical reaction එකක් කරන්න බෑ. Then it will be harmful to environment as well as humans, persons as well, and entire devices. If it is blast, it's very dangerous. That's why we doing always chemical reactions. Chemical industry is doing in a particular specially designed chemical reaction chambers. That's the place we can maintain all conditions, control conditions with control conditions. Now, what's the definition of chemical reaction chamber? It's a vessel already specially designed for chemical reactions take place in control conditions. It control කරන්නේ හදලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay, remember the definition. Always asking these definitions for theory lessons. You have to remember the definitions. Okay. The second topic, remember the definition. Factors affected to the design a chemical reaction. Reaction chamber. Chemical reaction chamber. Okay. That's the most important factor. We are going to discuss about chemical reaction chamber. But the chemical reaction chamber, we can't say this is the shape of this chamber and this is the size of this chamber and this is the parts of this chamber. Why? Industry to industry, production to production, according to the chemical reaction, these parts, the shape, size, everything depending. everything changing. හරිද? ඒක වෙනස් වෙනවා. That's a vary factor. The size, shape, and component of a chemical reaction chemical reactor, that means chamber, depends on these factors, thermodynamical properties. Again, if it is exothermic reaction, it produces huge amount of heat. If it is endothermic reaction, it's cooling. Okay, these factors. And chemical kinetics, that means speed of the reaction. And physical states of reactants, that means reactants, solid, liquid, or gas. If it is, now think, if it is this, I'll show you. Think one reactant is a liquid. Then we can provide this liquid by pipeline. Think second raw material is a solid. Then we can't pump by pipe. We have to add another tank. Change. Chemical properties of the substance. Okay, the shape, size, and components of a chemical reaction chamber vary due to these factors. Totally, it's a specially designed container. According to the condition of the reaction. Terma, up to now. Kabir, understood up to now? Great. Hi. Okay, they are the main parts. Again, their shapes, sizes can be vary, but they are the common factor of chemical reaction chamber. Okay, what is first factor? Inlet pipe system to supply raw materials. Inlet pipe system to supply raw material. The second one, output pipe system. Output pipe system very important to out raw material. To out product and byproducts. Product and byproducts, removing by main product and byproducts, removing outlet pipe system. And heat transfer system, very important. It's very cooling system on Samharela. Sometimes we need to heat this. Then it need we call as heating pan. Heat a cone. Like this. Mixing system, that means stirring system. Stirring fan like a cone. That we call as stir. To ensure uniform composition throughout the reaction mixture. Very important. Okay, they are the importance of chemical reaction chamber. Maintain controlled reaction conditions to maintain the condition and to ensure the safety of the closed environment. Improve the efficiency. Oh, if you control conditions, we can increase efficiency, right? We can increase the rate of reaction and increase the uniformity. We can increase the uniformity of the production. Using reaction chamber. If we supply heat, it is uniformly distributed. If we supply cooling, it is uniformly distributed due to mixing. Understood? Therefore, if you start chemical reaction process, you have to use a specialized, organized, controlled chemical reaction chamber for your reaction process. Teruna? Good. Okay, this is a common type of chemical reaction chamber, but the The compositions and shape sizes can be changed according, can be vary according to the reaction. Make a common type. Okay. Make a I will draw it. I will draw the remaining parts of this. Okay, it has a, that's a heating pad that we call as heating pad. මෙතන heating pad එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. That's optional. සමහර ඒවාක තියෙනවා, සමහර ඒවාක නැහැ. If it is exothermic reaction, don't need, it's already producing heat, then no need heating pad. මේවා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්, නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. Heating pad. Heating pad. Okay, now this is a cooling system. This is a cooling system. It has cooling system. And they are reactant input pipe. They are the control valves. Reactant input valve. Okay, they are the byproduct removal. Make it valves තියෙනවා. Byproduct removal. Byproduct removal. This is a product removal pipe. Product removal pipe. And this is a style for uniform for uniform to maintain the uniformity. Temperature control, we use heat. Sorry, style. Think. Now this is the raw material level. Okay, these are raw material level of this reactor. These are raw material level. මෙතෙන් fill කරලා තියෙනවා. Okay, to maintain the conditions, it's need the pressure gauge as set. මෙතනින් අපි set කරනවා a pressure gauge. Pressure gauge. Please note down in your table. Pressure gauge. Pressure gauge or pressure meter. Pressure meter inside the reaction. Sorry. It's temperature. I forgot. Inside the reactant, temperature, thermometer. Above the reactant, that means space, air space, that's the pressure meter. Pressure gauge. Pressure meter. May I pressure meter? Okay, and it has a motor to work this style. Motor, reactant input valves, cooling system, heating pan, product output valve, style, motor, and byproduct removal valve, and temperature thermometer, pressure meter, pressure gauge. And if you want, you can have මෙතන දාන්න පුළුවන් observable glass එකක් දාගන්න. මෙතන අපි දාන්න පුළුවන් observable glass. Then we can observe the color changes inside. In normal glass එකක් නෙවෙයි, we have to design this glass with a high thickness one. Okay, understood? All parts. Observable glass. Final. Observable glass. Understood? Okay. Okay. They are the main parts of chemical reaction chamber. Remember that. Okay. Main parts. These parts can be varied. Some reaction chamber don't have this. Some parts. Some reaction chamber they have additional parts as well. Additional input valves, additional output. The product output can be changed. Place position can be changed. They are optional. It's dependent to the reaction, the chemical reaction. Okay, problems of using chemical reaction. Actually, when we use chemical reaction, we can solve some type of questions. Questions because we can solve. We can some part of questions we can solve problems, but we have to maintain the condition. That is very important. Okay, they are the challenges actually. Non-uniform temperature distribution. Okay, non-uniform temperature distribution will be a huge effect. If it is non-uniform temperature, what is the effect actually? What happened to the reaction? It's uneven production. Some parts of the reaction chamber has high production rate, but cool areas low production rate. But if temperature is not uniform inside the reactor, reaction rate is faster in high temperature regions, but reaction rate is slower in low temperature regions. This leads to non-uniform production. Therefore, steering and quality maintaining, that is very important. And heat supply method, everything we have to maintain to ensure uniform temperature distribution. Understood? The second one is a poor product quality. Poor product quality means the same thing. If we can't stand the required temperature, required pressure level, then what happened? The variation of reaction conditions, effective purity and consistency. That means the uniformity actually. We have to maintain required standard uniformly, to get a perfect product. Difficulty in heat removal, it's another effect. If it is exothermic reaction, it's inside the reaction chamber, it's produce huge amount of heat. Godak heat the amount of heat produced inside the vessel, inside the chamber, we have to remove and we have to cool down. Therefore, we have to use different types of cooling system. It's an additional cost. Heat is not removable property. Removed properly. Temperature rise rapidly. Reactor may expand, deform and burst. Pupuran pulwa. And burn වෙන්න පුළුවන් due to huge temperature. They are the problems. Side reactions. Side reaction mean change if it is reaction condition change. Temperature, low temperature or uneven temperature conditions, what happens? It's produce another product. A adala condition product then what happens? It's reduce the yield and product yield, the quantity and quality. Quantity and product quality decreasing. The final one, industry accidents. Exploration and fires mean due to high pressure exploration, due to high temperature it's firing. Okay, they are the risks. Final need to continuous monitoring. That's another one. We have to continuous monitoring. Each 10 minutes to 10 minutes, we have to temperature check. We have to check the pressure, color variation. Everything we have to check time to time. Okay? We have to check. I'm check. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Use materialize. Let's revise up to now what we discussed up to now. Matakai. Okay, what are the parts now you can remember? The main parts of chemical reaction chamber: product removal pipes, raw material input pipes, cooling system, observer dust, pressure gauge, temperature meter, thermometer, and byproduct output valve. What else? Motor and styre, heating pan, cooling system. Okay, they are the possible composition component of a chemical reaction chamber. They are the main component that can be varied according to reaction. Okay, what are the accident? What are the not accident? Sorry. What are the problems while using a chemical reaction chamber? Can in short form tell me? Non-uniform temperature distribution. Did not happen. Some area high reaction rate, cold area low reaction rate, non-uniformity. Second one. Poor product quality due to non-uniformity and low consistency. Heat removal problem if it is exothermic reaction. Side reaction, unnecessary reaction take place due to uncontrolled condition. Accident, fire and explosion due to high and pressure. Continually, we have to monitor temperature and pressure. And quality control requirement. Quality control requirement means purity and quality we have to maintain always. These factors. That's a very important part. Catalyst used in chemical industries. Very important. Okay, what's the purpose of catalyst for any chemical reaction? What's the use of catalyst? Quickly. Habib, what's the use of catalyst for any industry? What's the purpose of use catalyst for any industry? Catalyst. What's the purpose? Use of catalyst for any industry, any chemical reaction? What's the purpose of use catalyst? Yes, to increase the chemical reaction rate. Very good. To increase the rate of chemical reaction by decreasing the activation energy. Great. Super. Give me a second. Okay. Catalyst. Okay, catalyst that we can use to increase the rate of chemical reaction. That's the purpose. Catalyst. Okay, chemical reactions, we can use catalyst to increase the rate of reaction. As well as we can use catalyst enhancements. Catalyst enhancers, that's promote. It's not a catalyst, okay? Catalyst enhancers are enhance the purpose, enhance the activity of the catalyst. That's not a catalyst, but that is using, that's working with catalyst. Okay, catalyst promoters are with as example, ammonia production, catalyst, potassium oxide, aluminum oxide used as enhancers, catalyst enhancers. The promoter is not a catalyst, very important. The promoter, these enhancers are not a catalyst. That's only enhance efficiency. Okay, that's the end of today part. Okay, that's a very simple process. Okay, final part you can understand, no? When we design chemical reaction chamber, there are the factors we need to consider. Accident prevention and balance factors. Environment protection mainly. And production cost. Okay, do you have any doubt? That's a basic part of industry chemistry. Next week, we can start our first manufacturing process. So, okay, we can meet soap production technology next Wednesday. The problem, you don't have class next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, New Year vacation. Let's do on. Okay, I'll inform in the group. However, we have to start soap production before 22nd. Within this April, we can complete this lesson. Soap production, we need 1 day. Biodiesel production 1 day. Other all productions we can complete within 1 day. We need another 3 days to complete this lesson. Right. Next week, let's start soap production. Okay, before that, do you have any doubt today lesson? I know little bit that can be. Yeah, little bit boring වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. But because it has only theory, full theory lessons. But they are easy lessons. Try to understand and remember everything within the class time. Right. Do you have any doubt from today's part? Any type of doubt? Kabir, everything okay? Fatima, Tanya? Right. Please go through again many times, 1 to 2 times, 2 to 3 times, go through again same note and remember this each and every point and definitions. Then it is easy to complete this basic part. Then let's do this lesson part by part. Let's complete next week soap production completely. Next biodiesel completely, other productions complete. Okay, next week, let's meet next week with soap production. I'll inform the exact date and time. Goodbye.